I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Ahoy mateys, boxing fans. I hope everybody recognized the song, which was originally performed by famous British actor Malcolm McDowell in a movie called Clockwork Orange by Stanley Kubrick. Yes, it was a funny movie. Anyway, but now we're gonna talk about boxing. So yesterday, Triple G fought Kelly Brook in London, and it was a great fight. I watched it today, second time, and I enjoyed it. It was a very festive experience. You know, the British, they know how to make those big events to happen in a good fashion. And but before talking about boxing, I want to give you some little treat, strictly British treat. Once I was to England, and they gave me, I visited quite a few countries, but only in England they gave me a so-called cucumber tea. So they give you in a hotel, they give you, it was a Monty Python-like hotel with two characters serving that tea. It's like Mike Palin and John Cleese likes. They gave me cucumbers, fresh cucumber, so I sharing with you. So grab one for yourself, guys. Of course, it's symbolic. You understand that. And one for me, a little one, very crunchy. And the tea, British tea. It's right here, and true British tea. And never in my life I ever drank so crunchy tea. Very crunchy. That is special. Alright, let's talk about boxing. So, Triple G versus Kelly Brooks. Did I say Brooks? No, hell no, it's Brook. Yeah, Brook. Kelly Brook. Many experts before the fight, they said that they predicted upset, but in spite of the expectations, the hidden became obvious again, like a regurgitation of the boa constrictor. Was it a pig, a dog, or a rabbit? It doesn't matter. Nationality, the size, or pride. In any case, it's just another victim for Triple G, right? Just like food for a boa constrictor. But was Kelly a victim? Well, he wasn't a victim in the beginning. He did put up quite a good fight. He fought gloriously, if seriously talking about it. And the first round was back and forth. It was a kind of reconnaissance trip. And it was for Golovkin. He connected more effective punches. But then in the second round, he started as well pretty well. He won the first and second minute of the second round. But then Kelly Brooks came up in the third minute of the second round that I'm talking about. And he delivered quite a few very effective, beautiful punches. There were the whole range. There were good combinations, good power delivered to his right straight, the left hook, the left uppercut, everything went through. He connected very well. And I must say that it was a bunch of good punches that Golovkin took it well as well. He has a good chin. He proved it. In the third round, obviously Golovkin was in a revengeful mood, so he went on. He put up more pressure, but again, Kelly Brook, he took it gloriously. He responded well, and it was a back and forth competition, very competitive fight. And it was, I believe, it was in the third round when Golovkin delivered a good left hook, which broke the cheekbone of Kelly Brook. And since then, the fight started going one direction. In the fourth round, you know, Kelly Brook still has his own moments, but it was already obvious that Golovkin was dominating. And in the 5th round, Brook, he came very heroically. He started fighting. He's a real fighter. He's a real champion, true champion. He proved it in this fight. And then Golovkin came up strong, and he was delivering his little shots, and the corner threw out the very white towel. So it was it. So they basically stole the knockout. But hey, we're not bloodthirsty. It was obvious that it would be knockout coming very soon, within a few seconds probably from that moment. In the post-fight interview, Brook, he said that it was funny for me. It was like he's a true British, you know. The Brits supposed to be funny, you know, in their own way. And until now, I thought the only true Brit in this world of boxing is Tyson Fury. I love Tyson. He's very funny. If I was to meet Tyson, I would give him a big bear hug, and then I would beat him up, beat the crap out of him, because I hate people who are funnier than me. Yeah. But now I found out he's not the only one who is funny. Kelly Brook also, he said with a straight face that he was talking kind of in a way that comedians talk, in a certain way, with a straight face. He said that when Golovkin broke his bone, he started he said, no, first he was asked, does Golovkin hit hard? He said, no, he's not hitting hard. But when he broke my cheekbone, I saw 3 or 4 Golovkins instead of 1. So it was kind of confusing. He said, I don't know on which one to concentrate. He said, if it would be 5 Golovkins in front, it would be easier for him. I was laughing. So because there were 3 or 4, he couldn't apply his own tricks so to box more efficiently. But anyway, it was funny. Brook, a real Brit, so he proves also, besides of being hell funny with a straight face, he also is tough like a bucket of nails. And he said, he even said that he wants to fight Golovkin again. But what about Triple G? Well, at times Triple G seemed, I don't think Triple G was 100% in the ring. He probably was around between 80 and 90%, Triple G, yeah. At times he seemed he had poorly adjusted timing, and his punches were a little bit too soft comparing with what Golovkin was in the previous fight or a few fights ago. And it was, in a way, it was reminiscent, this fight, especially in the beginning, around 2nd round, his fight versus Ouma. And I do believe I know why it happened. His so-called managers, they brought him to London about 6 days prior to this fight, which those who understand what biological clock is would understand that it's not enough time for the brain to be adjusted. And the biological clock, which affects our timing in the ring, is messed up because there is a jet lag. It should be a boxer should come to another country, especially crossing how many between London and Los Angeles. I believe it's 8 hour zones. So it's quite a bit. It's half a globe, you know, of this globe you have to fly. So his biological clock was messed up, so he couldn't adjust his timing. I think that's the cause. Flying so many, even less than that, but flying 8 time zones, you have to come to the site of the competition probably 2 weeks, optimally 2 weeks, at least 10 days prior to your fight. They brought Golovkin 6 days before the fight. So that's why I believe his timing was not so good. and his punches were not so accurate as he usually does deliver them. So I think that's the main reason. He didn't seem like the age took a toll of him, not at all. He's 34-year-old, but he's still in good shape. But I believe that's his biological clock was a mess at that time. Yet he managed to level up his fight and deliver it to Kelly Brook in the best fashion. So, but I do believe it was a mostly jet lag effect on his. He also looked a bit pale and sickish, but he said he is not sick, which might not be exactly true. Maybe he was hiding something. Maybe it was something like viral, maybe something like the virus. So what is the significance of this fight for both boxers? And what is the outlook of this fight? By fixing this fight, Sly Eddie Hearns made a clever, very excellent move for himself and a win-win situation for his fighter, Kelly Brook. Whether he would beat Triple G or lose, it's still a win for him. It's he came out victorious even losing to Triple G. It's not a shame to lose Triple G to the guy who is so scaring to everybody, to those so-called champions. So I do believe he has a great future, and I think it would be great if he would fight next someone like Canelo, big money, and he has a huge perspective to win in that fight. I have no doubt in that. And so his status is up after this fight. But on the other side, by agreeing to fight Brook, Triple G's promoter made GGG to make a step backward, or I would say down in his career. He didn't lose much. He didn't win much in this fight. And those experts or so-called experts say, so what? He beat Brook, yeah. So what? Yeah, he beat a little guy. Which is not exactly true. It's every champion, like Brook himself, it's all about fighting spirit. If he has it, he has it. He is a true champion. So if he has a belt, it's not necessarily means he is a true champion. But in this case, Brook, he is a true champion, judging by how he fought Golovkin. Golovkin, with his extraordinary talent, he should be unique, I would say, talent. He's the one who should be setting up new standard in boxing, like Muhammad Ali did, or Roy Jones, or Mayweather for this effect. And for 5 years since he took his WBA belt, he just unified 3 of them, and 1 more is left, WBO, which is in possession of Billy Joe Saunders. In his post-fight interview, Golovkin said that he wants to fight next. He actually called out Billy Joe Saunders. And I saw just today a video uploaded by Billy Joe Saunders, and he very straight to the point. He said he wants to fight Golovkin anytime, anywhere. So it was a good news to me, and I do believe it's a good news to all boxing fans, because next fight of Golovkin and Billy Joe Saunders should take place probably any time before the end of this year, hopefully. So this year will be filled with good fights which make a history of boxing. And whoever wins, let the best guy wins. But Billy Joe Saunders, obviously, he is a very serious opponent, worthy opponent to Triple G, and God only knows who will happen in that fight. Yeah. So basically, if Saunders, will win this fight, it brings him up to the sky in a level. If Triple G wins, then nothing else is left for him. He should turn probably 168 pounds and go try his luck to unified belts in that super middleweight division. All right, so let's finish this conversation, this conference for now, and let's live long enough to see what's going to happen next with Golovkin, with Kelly Brook, with Billy Joe Saunders, and we'll talk next time. So remember that the most important people in the business of boxing are us, fans, yes, boxing fans, because we pay for everything. Without us, without our interest in boxing, there would be no boxing, there would be no champions. Which means we are priority, right? We are more important than champions, because without us, there would be no champions. Anyway, so if you understand my English, my broken English, and if you like my tea, so please leave your comments, put your likes, and subscribe, and tell me what do you want me to be treated next time. Cheers!